What is up, YouTube family? It's the gang. So I'm gonna be doing what if Deku at the Deku. Today I'm gonna be doing what if Luffy at the Deku no Mi. My last video was very disappointing. But I'll be dropping this what if, and I'm doing it on my phone. So sorry if the quality is not as good as you'd want it to be. So first of all, how we're gonna start off this what if is, well, same thing that happens. Luffy gets, then yeah. So, you're probably saying, what is the Deku? What is the Deku no Mi? The Deku no Mi is the puppet fruit. I actually looked this up one time. I don't know if it's gonna be there still, but one time I looked it up, devil fruits, and it accidentally said Deku no Mi. Deku no Mi. Like, no, me. Deku no Mi is a paramecia type that gives the ability to aid, what is brown grapefruit with the leaf? Yeah. So they can like create puppets. So how we're going to be doing this is way different. We're actually gonna go a little bit of the sorcery route, and no, he's not gonna be creating dead people, but in order to do this, he's going to need DNA, and he can only use the people, not the people. He can only use, like things in his area, and also for F's sake, we're gonna give him a room. I know it sounds crazy, but he's gonna be able to stop time. He won't be able to damage anybody. He can only create his puppets, and he's going to pick up the craftsmanship of a sword user. So let's start off this what if. So we see Luffy as he blitzes right at, no, wait, no. Okay, so we're actually gonna skip to, well, when we first meet Alvida. Luffy takes care of Alvida with his sword, just cutting her or slashing her sword out of her hand and kicking her down. So yeah, I'm not even gonna go over some things because Luffy is gonna go through places really easy. We're just gonna say Helmappo and them, they still become Marines, but the only difference is that we're gonna be having Deku. We're gonna be having Deku take on, he's gonna take Morgan's body. So yeah, and he can also like completely transform people into puppets. I know that sounds like some what's that little girl in Dressrosa who can do that stuff, but he can't just touch them. He has to actually work on them. So yeah, Luffy has much more knowledge as a doctor and stuff. So yeah, Luffy then recruits Zoro as usual. As we're then going to skip to when he fights Arlong. Now, y'all can clearly see I'm taking out characters who have no plot relevance. So yeah, he has Don Chinchao already, like he is a puppet of Don Chinchao, and now he's about to take a puppet of Arlong. This is from my boy Kill. We then see as Arlong then blitzes at him as he throws a water fist right at Luffy. Luffy easily dodges this as his puppet Don Chinchao that is made out of, well, Don Chinchao's armor and, well, puppet clothes, I guess, then stabs Arlong right in his gut, sending Arlong into a wall. As then Captain Morgan's puppet then blitzes over as it cuts off Captain Morgan's head. As then, Luffy then says, it just slices Captain Morgan on his chest. Hey boys, don't beat him up too much. As then the two clones then back up, as they're now standing, just looking right into, well, the eyes of Arlong. As Arlong is looking at Luffy and he says, dang it, you little scumbag of a human. I'm gonna kill you. Seems too late for you to do that. Now, you're gonna become my puppet. As then, out of nowhere, Arlong's body then starts to, well, shake. As then his mind then just dissipates. As, yes, Arlong does have a heart and still. Okay, let me explain. So instead of him having to, it looks like the person, but you can clearly tell that it's a puppet. So it kind of looks like Sorcery's puppets. Okay? As we then see, as, oh, and it can also not fully copy, but kind of copy the moves of the person that it uses. That's how it kind of works. So Arlong forms a water ball in his hand as a puppet. As Luffy then says, nice. So y'all are probably wondering, Luffy has Arlong as a puppet and them as a puppet. Where does he hide them? Don't ask me that. They just appear when he needs them. So, we're just gonna skip all the way to, let's say, Smoker. Now, when Luffy's about to fight Smoker, did I mention Luffy can also use the abilities and attacks of his puppets? So yeah, his fruit's a really broken fruit, and we're not gonna be holding it back. Just a little restrictions. We then see as Luffy then blitz it, Smoker then comes rushing at Luffy. As then Luffy, knowing water is is a weakness to a Logia, he then takes out his sword as he tries to slice the Logia, and the water does barely any damage. Luffy then jumps back, as we're just gonna say Captain Morgan, his axe handle was made of sea prism stone. Luffy's sword then turns into sea prism stone, as it's then surrounded by water, as then it kind of looks like a water aura is around it. Luffy blitzes at Smoker as he slices Smoker in half, and Smoker's eyes are wide open, as Smoker is shocked. Luffy then surrounds his sword with water, as he then says, "Put it, water, put it." As then, a bullet like from that you see from the Fishman, then comes off of the sword as it shoots Smoker right in his arm as his arm starts bleeding. Luffy then slices Smoker up into little pieces, as then Don Chinjao, for F's sake, we're just gonna say some of his armor had, we're plotting this so bad. Some of his armor has sea stone prism. I don't know how he would get his hands on that, but he's the great Don Chinjao, the great admiral. As Don Chinjao blitzes at Smoker, pinning Smoker to a wall, as Arlong then smashes Smoker down to the ground, and Captain Morgan then stands on Smoker's head, or yeah, Captain Morgan's clone. No, the Captain Morgan puppet then stands on Smoker's head as he presses his foot down to Smoker's back, and he tells him, no, he can't say anything. Luffy then walks up as Luffy then says, you're weak. As he's about to kill Smoker, but then Tashigi comes in and Yeah, she's easily dealt with. But he decides not to kill Smoker. You know, it'll be fun having somebody chase after me. As Luffy just lets him go. Luffy walks away. Weak Marines. As Luffy has all of his crew. As then, Luffy then reaches Alabasta. Yeah, Alabasta. As we're just gonna skip to the first time he decides to fight Smoker. As he takes out his sword and he says, not Smoker, Crocodile. As he takes out his sword and he says, Crocodile, Shishibukai. I heard you're strong. Well, I'm gonna kick your butt. As Luffy blitzes at him without him being able to see him, with all the strength of his clones, he then slices Smoker in half. You know the guy, in half. As he surrounds his blade with water, as he then does a water slash, and this affects Smoker way. This affects Crocodile way more than Luffy expected. He must have some weakness to water. Let's exploit this. As he then coats his blade in water. As he then goes to strike Smoker. Crocodile, but Crocodile dodges every single one of his attacks. Luffy continuously tries and tries again. As then he decides he has to do something. He has to do this tactically. As then Smoker dodges one of his sword slashes. Out of nowhere, Arlong then punches him in the face, and he's then sent flying right into one of Luffy's slashes. As Luffy cuts him in half, and he then puts his sword to his neck, as he says, "Good fight, but you don't stand a single chance against me." As then a medium-sized ball of water then appears right in his hand, as he then shoots Smoker right in the face with the water. As then they then free Alabasta. Now Luffy doesn't really have any challenge except for Aokiji, and I'm sure we have enough time to go over that. Oh no, Rob Lucci. He sons Rob Lucci. Like, Rob Lucci was really easy to him. Not really easy. Like, Rob Lucci was faster than him, more agile than him, but he was able to pull through. Now y'all are probably asking, how many more clones does Luffy have now? He has that Enel clone, baby. Yeah, he has a clone of Enel. So lightning powers. We then see as Luffy's holding his sword. He then stands up as he blitzes right at Aokiji, as he says, "I'm gonna take you out." As he coats his blade in water, he tries to slice Aokiji's head, but well, Aokiji just freezes water. "Oh no, child, this isn't gonna work. You're not gonna freeze me." Oh wait, since it's the Deku no Mi, that means that he can make puppets. So basically, guys, every single person that he's fought, he's made a puppet of them. Because he's gotten some of their DNA because of their blood spitting out. So Luffy and Aokiji then get into a big fight as Robin is just shook, literally, and she's scared. She says, "We're gonna die. I don't care how strong Luffy thinks he is, he's not beating an Admiral." As Luffy just blitzes at Aokiji, as he then creates his Rob Lucci clone, which then kicks a Renkyaku kick, or not a Ren kick, a slice kick, right at Aokiji. As Aokiji, just freezes this mid-air and makes it a weapon as he clashes with Luffy. Luffy then uses all of his clones at once, all of his puppets at once, as he then says, as he then says, "Puppet barrage," As they all then barrage him at the exact same time, Aokiji freezes all of Luffy's puppets as he breaks every single one of them. Luffy then grunts his teeth as his puppets then regenerate. Dang, that took some stamina. As then Luffy then says, "Oh, I have an idea." He then like puts all his puppets together to make one super puppet. As Luffy then just looks at the puppet and he orders it. The puppet then goes accordingly, as it has the abilities of smoker of sand, smoke, and water, and on top of that the agility of Rob Lucci. So it's really strong, as it's stronger than Luffy at this point. But it throws a fist right at Aokiji. Aokiji looks at it with no fear and saying, "If you had hockey, this would probably be a different thing. But since you don't have hockey, I can easily take you down." As Aokiji just freezes the monster puppet, but then out of nowhere, electricity then crackles around the puppet as Aokiji's ice then bursts into pieces. As Luffy then blitzes at Aokiji with electricity around his sword, as he then says, electro, deku deku no mi, goro shock, as he then slams his sword into Aokiji's gut, as it's supposed to shock him because of the sea stone, now that you can touch him, but no, it doesn't. As then Aokiji absorbs all of this with his ice, as he then freezes Luffy right there and right then, which then without being able to give an order to the puppet just disassembles and falls to the ground. As Luffy freezes the rest of the Straw Hats and then leaves. As this is where we're going to be ending off part 1 of What If Luffy Had the Deku Deku no Mi. I ended it off right here, so now y'all might get a part 2 depending on how many views this video gets. Well, peace, YouTube.